This is, this is prepositional phrase exercise 1 from GEMS. And let me check the page number. That is going to be page 14 of your textbook. And these are the answers. So number 1, presently, a wolf came along and the wolf knocked at the door. There is one prepositional phrase in this sentence, and it is at the door. Now, I wonder if you saw this word along. Notice along is right here on our list. It is considered a preposition. However, it is not a prepositional phrase. It is not, we don't count it as a prepositional phrase because it doesn't have an object behind it. So if you highlighted along or along and the wolf, know that whenever you have a comma behind something, that's a pretty good indication, especially if you've got to have the object behind the preposition, that's not a prepositional phrase. So in this sentence, let me unhighlight that because it makes it a funny color. The only prepositional phrase is at the door. Number 2, he said, little pig, let me come inside your house. So the prepositional phrase is in this one is inside your house. Okay. Number 3, the pig answered, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. There are 2 prepositional phrases in this sentence. We have the pig answered, our subject and verb. Not is not on the list. We have the word by. By is on the list. So we have by the hair. And remember I told you last video, of is always a preposition. Of my, and we're going to put the whole thing in there, chinny chin chin, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Okay, number 4, then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house into a pile of straw. So did you get 2 prepositional phrases? Into is a preposition. Into a pile is the prepositional phrase. Of is a preposition. And straw is the object of the preposition. Into a pile of straw. Number 5, so he huffed and he puffed and he blew his house into a pile of straw. Well, if you got number 4, you probably should have got number 5 because it's identical. Number 6, he ate the little pig inside the little pig's house. Well, it's kind of morbid, but we can know inside is a preposition. Is it on the list? It should be on the list. Is it not on the list? We have in. So inside is also, we're going to add it to the list. Inside the little pig's house is a prepositional phrase. Okay. Oh, you know what? I did the wrong ones first and that, okay. Well, we're going to go to number 1 now. This was actually numbers 5 through 10, and they got out of order when I copied them into the PowerPoint. Okay, let's go here. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with 3 little pigs, and because she did not have enough food for them, she sent them out to seek their fortune. So let's go and here's upon a time. I can't seem to get that to work today. There was an old sow, that's an old mama pig, with 3 little pigs is a prepositional phrase, and she did not have enough food for them. That is a prepositional phrase. She sent them out to seek their fortune. Now, how many people notice that this is not a prepositional phrase? We have the word to, and then we have a verb. Seek is a verb. And so this one is an infinitive phrase. So if you miss that, that's why, because to seek their fortune is what we call an infinitive phrase. It begins with the word to, and it's followed with a present tense verb. So therefore, that is an infinitive. All right, number 2. The first went off and met a man with a bundle of straw. Well, went off tells where, but and met, though that cannot be a prepositional phrase. Even though off is a preposition sometimes, it does not have an object in this sentence because met is a verb, and you can't have verbs as objects of the preposition unless it's an ing verb, and we'll get into that later. But that is not, so we have with a bundle is a prepositional phrase, and of straw is a prepositional phrase. And if you ever have any questions, as I go through this, you can email me at coldcreekchroniclers@gmail.com or go onto the website and send me a message from the website, and I will be happy to respond. And the website is www.sondawalsh.com. That's SONDAWALSH. And there is a contact in that, and you can send it to me. Okay, let's go to number 3. The little pig said to him, there's a prepositional phrase, to him, please give me that straw to build me a house. And again, we have an infinitive because the word build is a verb. And so we don't call that a prepositional phrase, even though to is a preposition, begins a preposition, but it's an infinitive here. And that's the thing with English grammar, is it depends on how it's used. More and more and more, it's always how it's used, because it could be used one way, it's one thing. If it's used a different way, it's another thing. All right, let's look at the next one. The man did, and the little pig built a house with it. And our prepositional phrase in this sentence is with it. Okay, and let me just, if you have questions, go to my website and you can email me. There's a contact. I wonder if I can just show you that. Well, later. Or you can email me at coldcreekchroniclers@gmail.com. So you can email me either way and ask me questions. All right, that takes care of lesson number 1. And I'll see you back here in a minute, and we'll do lesson number 2.